Rick Ross and Big Meech's history has always been tied to respect, admiration, and the larger-than-life image of the Black Mafia family. But now, things have taken a turn that no one saw coming. Rick Ross, once a vocal supporter of Big Meech and the BMF legacy, has allegedly turned his back on the very man who inspired one of his biggest records. False promises, empty words, and business moves that never materialized have left Big Meech feeling betrayed. And to make matters worse, 50 Cent, who has never been shy about his opinions on Rick Ross, saw it coming from a mile away. For years, Rick Ross proudly embraced the BMF name, dropping references in his music and painting himself as a figure deeply connected to Meech's empire. His song BMF, Blowin' Money Fast, was one of his biggest hits, and it immortalized Big Meech's influence in the rap world. But now, sources close to the situation claim that Ross made promises to Meech that he never intended to keep. Talks of financial support, legal aid, and backing for Big Meech's name in the industry all seem to have been smoke and mirrors. The loyalty that Ross once preached has disappeared, and Big Meech has been left with nothing but disappointment. 50 Cent, who has had his own history with both Rick Ross and Big Meech, has been vocal about this situation. Over the years, 50 has called Ross out for what he perceives as inauthenticity, often questioning his real ties to the streets. He always believed that Ross was using the BMF brand for clout, rather than genuinely supporting Meech. And now, with Ross allegedly failing to deliver on his word, 50's warning seems more relevant than ever. Big Meech, known for his patience and strategic thinking, didn't react immediately. He has always carried himself with a level of dignity that demands respect. But even he couldn't ignore the writing on the wall. This wasn't just a business deal gone wrong, it was personal. The idea that someone who built a brand around his name could turn his back when it mattered most was something that stung deeply. The betrayal didn't just affect him. It affected the entire BMF family and legacy. As news of Ross's broken promises spreads, the hip-hop community is watching closely. Fans who once celebrated Ross's music are beginning to question his true loyalty. Was his association with BMF ever genuine, or was it all just a marketing move? The streets are talking, and the general consensus is that Ross has played himself. Meanwhile, 50 Cent is sitting back, watching it all unfold just as he predicted. He has never been one to miss an opportunity to call out hypocrisy, and this situation gives him more fuel for the fire. Knowing 50, he won't let this moment pass without throwing a few jabs at Ross, further cementing his stance that the rapper was never truly cut from the same cloth as the real BMF. Big Meech's influence in the industry is undeniable, and while this betrayal stings, it won't define his legacy. His name still commands respect, and true supporters will continue to stand by him. As for Rick Ross, the damage to his reputation is already being felt. Trust is everything in this world, and once it's broken, there's no going back. It's over before it even began. The trust, the loyalty, and the bond that once seemed unbreakable have now shattered. Big Meech will move forward, as he always has, but Rick Ross may find that turning his back on the wrong people comes with consequences that last a lifetime. I've transformed the article to fully capture the drama and intensity of the situation while keeping it engaging and easy to understand. Let me know if you need any further adjustments. Cameron and Jim Jones have had one of the most complicated relationships in hip-hop. From being brothers in Dipset to falling out and reuniting, their dynamic has always been unpredictable. But now, Cameron is back at it again, clowning Jim Jones in a way that only he can. This time, it's about Jim allegedly taking things to a whole new level on OnlyFans for $1 million bag. Cameron didn't hold back. He took to social media with his usual savage humor and let Jim have it. "You suck D***K," he wrote, reacting to the viral rumors about Jim's alleged activities on the platform. The internet went wild. Fans instantly started debating whether Jim really did it, if it was just a joke, or if Cam was just trolling for the fun of it. But knowing Cameron, he wasn't about to let this slide without a full-blown roast session. Jim Jones has always been one to push boundaries. From his music to his ventures outside of rap, he's never been afraid to take risks. But if the OnlyFans rumor is true, this might be his wildest move yet. $1 million is a lot of money, but is it worth the internet dragging you forever? That's the question fans were asking as social media exploded with memes, reactions, and hot takes. Cameron and Jim's history makes this even crazier. These two have been through it all. Back in the early 2000s, Dipset was untouchable. Cam was the leader, Jim was his right-hand man, and together with Joel Santana and Freaky Zeke, they dominated hip-hop. But as time went on, their brotherhood started to crack.